Thank you so much for that kind introduction. Thank you for this opportunity to give you my perspective on mentorship and sponsorship. I've been an attending cardiologist at Rush University Medical Center for 30 years. I've mentored and sponsored male and female fellows and residents for that long. One of the most gratifying part of being an academic physician is that we can help younger doctors to become the best that they can be. My mentees have become academic and private practitioners, and some of them still call me to ask for advice. You may have heard of this book, Forget a Mentor, Find a Sponsor. What you really need is someone who can do both, but be sure you also know how to be a mentee. Be supportive of what's important to your mentor. Be prepared for your meetings and be succinct. That's what we're going to go over during this talk. So, what's the difference between mentors and sponsors? I took these from Joe Miller's website. Mentors help you skill up. Sponsors help you move up. Mentors talk with you, and sponsors talk about you. Mentors give you perspective, and sponsors give you opportunities. Joe Miller's advice is to always come prepared for every conversation. Show your appreciation for your mentor and their time commitment to you. So just take a few minutes to prepare before you meet with your mentor. But before meeting with every mentor, prepare one question for each of these categories is what she recommends. I call it the 4S method. Stories, situations, self-awareness, and skill building. This is what we're going to go over. In terms of stories, ask your mentor to tell you a story from his or her career. Some questions to consider are, how did you land your current role? Can you tell me about a time when you had a difficult boss and how you handled it? How did you embrace failure? And believe me, everyone has failed. So don't be ashamed of it, and don't be ashamed to talk about it. What's the most important leadership lesson you've learned, and how is it valuable? These are great questions, and it starts a conversation, and you'd be surprised at the stories that your mentor or sponsor can tell you. In terms of situations, you can identify a challenging situation that you're in and share it with your mentor. You can ask your mentor to act as a sounding board. Some of the questions you can ask are, what do you see as pros and cons in terms of career transition? And who are the people I need to align with in this organization to achieve success? What advice can you offer on how to progress in my career? These are great questions to ask your mentor or your sponsor. Self-awareness. I don't think anyone really practices self-awareness enough. But some of the things that you can do to increase your self-awareness is ask your mentor the following questions so that you can improve your self-awareness. Where do you see my strengths, and what should I focus on to improve? How am I viewed by leadership? How am I viewed by the organization? And how could I have communicated my idea more clearly? See, these are some great self-assessment questions. I went to an ACC leadership session a few years ago, and several women cardiology leaders told us how they managed to achieve their positions. What I learned was that they pursued advanced degrees, such as an MBA or a different degree, to help them with their career. Skill building is a never-ending part of our job. Ask your mentor the following questions to learn from their experience. Ask her, how do you approach risk-taking? What new skills do I need to move ahead? And how can I become a more assertive negotiator? How can I become better at managing people who do not report to me? These are great questions. So to summarize, there are differences between sponsors and mentors, and I think you need both. Whether it's from one person, more than one person, I think you need both. So to summarize, sponsors act as connecting proteges to career opportunities. They advocate for the protege's advancement. They support risk-taking. They publicly endorse proteges. They expect high performance in return, so be prepared to do work. And they help their proteges confront and interrupt bias. Mentors advise. They reduce isolation and stress. They navigate unwritten rules. They build confidence. They provide tips and strategies, and they promote inclusion to company. So I hope that I helped you distinguish sponsors and mentors and make you understand that you need both for your success. Thank you very much.